What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button for me, please. Let's get a video.
Ails America. And I agree with Alyssa on putting the vaccines on one side. The food part is really bad. The food industry needs to be completely overhauled. Right now, U.S. medical schools, and you know how long doctors go to school, they require less than 20 hours of nutritional education. Food should be the basis and foundational level of all medicine, and some cultures do that.
But it doesn't have to be RFK Jr. Who does it?
No one's saying that part. We're just
okay. So look, this is my take on this. Nobody, and I guarantee that The View wasn't saying nothing when Michelle Obama did that. Me personally, I don't know if Michelle Obama. I mean, I can check, but what was Michelle Obama in healthcare at all or anything? If I'm not mistaken, like I don't really know. But I'm just saying nobody was saying nothing with Michelle Obama, and honestly, everybody, hated the whole Michelle Obama thing and this, that, and the other. I'm not even just saying it because I'm not a fan of them. Like it's true. Then on top of that, I look at the fact that like they're saying that they're pushing this whole medicine thing. Me personally, how I look at, a lot of this, I'm a person that I'm not big on medicine. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do not like taking medicine. I come from, a family, especially my mom, of different foods, the honey, the lemon, eating your fruits and vegetables. My daughter, you can literally put 3 tomatoes in front of her and all that'll be left is the stem of the tomato. Like she loves tomatoes. Both of my daughters love fruits. They honestly eat that over their dinner anyways. When it comes to like meat and stuff, they just pick at it. But when it comes to fruits and vegetables, it's really big in my family. When it comes to stuff like that, and it is very important. And I feel like a lot of people just turn and look at medicine all the time. Okay, let me take this medicine to shrink down. Let me take this medicine so I feel like I'm full and I don't have to eat as much, instead of actually putting great things into your body. Getting outside a little bit, or walking around doing something, be active a little bit, rather than always looking, oh, this medicine here or this shot here, will help me out. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. Some people can look into that, and look into other. But I feel like, especially here in the United States, it's so bad that everybody looks into medication instead of putting the right things into your bodies. Me personally.
Appeals to people, what's resonating.
I understand that food is important, but I think in terms of medical school, I think we want our doctors to understand the systems of our bodies, and I think we want our doctors to understand the history of medicine and a lot more. And what's really interesting is that RFK Jr. doesn't have a medical degree. He knows not much about medicine. And what scares me, to your point, Joy, when people tell me what they're saying the first time, I believe them, like Dr. Maya Angelou told me to. And this guy, RFK Jr., has made it very clear that he is a vaccine skeptic. And what we have to remember is it's not going to be a narrow position. If you are the head of the Department of Health and Human Services, that's a very big, broad position, not a narrow position. They're not going to just put him in charge of food. They're going to put him in charge of everything. And what he just refused to answer in terms of some questions for CNN is he refused to answer about whether he stands by his previous comments tying vaccines to autism. That's all you need to know about him. He refused to answer the questions. And the other thing he said was he plans to question the entire science of vaccines. We know that vaccines work. We know that vaccines save lives. We know that our children need them.
Let me just jump in on one thing, Sunny, because I understand what you're saying about Western medicine, but there are Eastern traditions that are thousands of years old. I have a Chinese Western-trained doctor who has pointed out where the Western medicine gets it wrong. We live in a country where crap is put in our food that makes us sick, and then pharmaceuticals come in and throw pills at it. So we're living in a cycle.
Exactly. And then when you have things that you put in your body that makes you sick, and then they're throwing different medicines, this, that, and the other, those things I feel like are making it 10 times worse. People don't get the simple fact of, you know, when we see these different commercials, say you see a commercial that pops on and it says, oh, this helps with this helps with that, you know, it'll get your body right, blah, 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 blah. And then in small little writing, you have different side effects. And the last side effect, they say, even death or something like that, like something crazy. You'd be like, bro, like if you actually sitting there catching it, and people, don't get me wrong, people with these commercials, people put that stuff in their bodies. Like real talk, they put that stuff in their bodies. And me personally, I'm just not a person like my nana. She'd be like, oh, if you hurting or something, just take some ibuprofen. I'm like, no, I can't. Like when I get migraines, I have a history of migraines, like headaches and stuff like that. Always have, my mom does and stuff like that. Take caffeine. You know, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you want to take caffeine. You want to drink coffee. You want to drink you want to drink coffee. You want to eat dark chocolate, something with caffeine in it, because it'll help with that migraine. Put your feet in warm water, hot water, something like that. You know, I use natural remedies instead of medicine. I try not to use medicine. And only if I really, really have to, you know, going to the hospital, something like that. That's when you do. You know, I don't know. You know, I like I said before, I was sick, 2 weeks ago, called my doctor and they like, just stay, you know, drink plenty of fluids and get some rest. And I'm like, okay. As long as that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's better ways, you know, and I feel like a lot of people do turn to medicine, especially you got to think about putting wrong things into your body on top of you having all these different side effects and all these things that medication does to your body on top of, you know, it's crazy.
Where it feeds the corporate greed to keep us not well.
I'm not against Eastern medicine, but I've been married to a Western medicine doctor for 26 years, and I trust him over anybody else telling me that what's making people have certain ailments, or if I need a knee replacement, I should just.
So what people fail to realize too, they always say, you know, and I had to learn myself, because like me growing up, I didn't really know, like, when they say doctors, you know, they're practicing, you know, doctors are literally learning, you know, things and learning. So when Sunny is saying, like, her being so ignorant and so like how, like, I don't understand how a person can be that way. Like I for real don't, like, all I trust is my husband. I don't trust nobody else. If they're saying this is bad for my body, I'm gonna trust my husband. You go right ahead and do that, Sonny. If that's what you go right ahead and do.
Maybe some kind of like herbal patch on it.
No, but even so, with the RFK, like he's gonna come up against the state-of-the-art best doctors in America. Yeah. Many of them are careers at HHS. That's somewhere that Dr. Fauci served for many years.
Has a real medical
he's
degree.
Gonna get pushed back on this. This idea that he's gonna come in with no somewhere that Dr. Fauci served for many years.
Has a real medical
he's
degree.
Going to get pushed back on this. This idea that he's going to come in with no medical degree and just take vaccines off the shelves. There are experts there who are going to challenge him on some of those things. And that's a healthy debate to have.
But it's all connected, right? Because again, deregulation and lobbyists. When you have lobbyists who are doing, so there are lots of things that we can get done. And you know, as it turns out, not everybody believes one thing. So there are Democrats who have Republican thoughts about things as well. There's a mixture that people don't talk about. Yeah, we all are thinking, how can we make it better? One of the ways is stop trying to deregulate things, because people, if you don't give them parameters, they won't do what you ask them to do. Yes. That's how we got women into colleges. We said you have to take a certain amount of women. You got to put them in. They said, oh yeah, we will, and then they didn't do it. And then they said, okay, you got to do it. Women started getting into colleges. So
Can I say one thing? Compare ketchup in Europe to ketchup here. What is in our ketchup? It is night and day.
But he'll throw it against the wall no matter where it comes from.
Siri, I think, honestly, like, Siri thought I said something to her. My phone is literally blinking right now. But I think it's mainly because, too, like, I feel like a lot of times people mistake when you're having different things and different, because I did it before, too. Yes, different countries have things that are definitely way better than, you know, here in the States, you know, but then again, it can be like the same thing. I feel like they just use, like, when it comes to, you know, what is it, like I forgot what it is. I know it's the syrups and, like, you know, the sugar and stuff like that is way different. You know, there's more sugar, there's more, you know, very, you know, unhealthy things that are in, you know, foods, you know, in restaurants and fast food restaurants everywhere, you know, in the grocery stores, rather than, you know, these other countries. Like she's talking about Europe, you know, it's just things like that. And it's just, I don't know. It's a lot, you know, it can definitely go a long way. What I do not like though, is that you have somebody that is obviously, you know, in the Trump administration, just because of who that person is, you know, they don't like the message. You know, they rather, you know, diss the messenger rather than actually, you know, listen to the message, you know, the things that's going on. And I don't like that. You know, you can't be like that. You know, you want to listen, you know, and actually see what that is. Actually, you know, but these ladies, they're not open to anything. They're just hateful, especially Son. You see and hear how ignorant she is, you know, and it sucks. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to everybody. Catch y'all next one.